kind of just a talk. Um, what do you need to come to the Philippines, and what do you need to live here? Well, the first thing I think that you need to come and live in the Philippines is the want and the guts. I came here over 8 years ago. I'm 70, so that gives you an idea. But I traveled a lot. I spent 22 years floating around the ocean on a sailboat. So living in the tropics was totally natural to me. I lived in Mexico. I lived all over Central America. I lived in a bunch of islands. Um, Nothing like here. The Marshall Islands is similar, but it's very little. But did live there for a while. Um, Thailand, Taiwan, I did them all. But here, this is where I chose to stay. And you can see the merry-go-round laundry boat. And I chose to stay here for a few reasons. One is it's a very easy, mellow life. If you like the tropics, you don't mind the heat and the humidity. The humidity is not real high. The heat's not real bad. If you're into 80 and 85 consistently, that's where we're at. Humidity's higher. It's not as high as Hawaii, but on some days it's pretty stifling. But there's always the beach, and we have a swimming pool and jacuzzis and all the good shit. So it doesn't matter. So life here is what you make of it. It's what you make it be. It takes a lot of guts, a lot of nerve to pack up your shit in the US and move to another country. And it's not easy. Easy for me, but not probably easy for anybody that's normal. I'm not considering myself very normal. You can buy an airplane ticket for $1,000. You can fill your backpack up with a bunch of shit. You have to buy a round-trip airplane ticket. I guess there's some site I heard about today that you can buy a one-way ticket to here, and then for $20 or $10 or something, you can get a fake exit ticket, which is good enough. The Philippines, it says it's cool. I don't know. I don't know anything about it. I just saw it on some other channel today. I've never heard of it. I did it legal. I bought a round-trip ticket and just blew off the other half because I'm never going back. I don't want to go back. That place is the United States to me is a third world country. The dirtbag people, the homeless people, the stealing that goes on, the murders, the violence, the drug addicts. We don't have that shit here. I mean, I've never been accosted in any way here. I walk around at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning. Well, we got 19 people watching right now. Hey guys, how you doing? Hey, sub the channel. Give me a thumbs up. Buy me a coffee. I need somebody to buy me a $1 coffee so I can see if the app works. Sooner or later, somebody will. But yeah, living here is pretty easy. I mean, once you get past the idea that you're not in the United States and you slow down to the pace that's here and you don't have the expectations of the same thing that the United States has. Okay, first of all, we have a lot of better technology. The Wi-Fi is not as good as in the US, but if you know how to deal with it, I mean, I have a pocket Wi-Fi, which is you just carry it around your pocket, so you have Wi-Fi everywhere. You can't tell you don't. The Wi-Fi in the houses is Starlink is fast. Everything else is average. It's average like the US, nothing great. We do have power outages periodically for anywhere between 5 minutes and all day. They tell you. If it's longer than 30 minutes, we're notified ahead of time. Bills here depends on what you live in and where you live. I mean, my bills are high. I've got a 7,000 square foot castle. My electric bill is $350 a month, to give you an idea. I don't have a water bill. I have wells, but I have to buy diesel fuel for the pump. So, figure in $150 a month for that. I have a car payment, which is $300 a month. I've got a motorcycle payment, which is $200 a month. Gasoline is $6 a gallon. My car gets 75 miles a gallon, so I'm not using a lot of gas, but still using it. Grocery bill here, it's nothing. Our grocery bill's cheap. First of all, a lot of it, my wife buys 50 pounds of rice every 2 weeks, or 2.5 weeks. That's not expensive, 1,500 pesos or something, so $25. Fresh veggies. We have a garden full. My wife grows shit here, so we don't have to buy too many. Well, we buy vegetables and fruit, but watermelons, they're 3 for $2 right now. They're cheap. You can drink coconut milk if you like it. It's really 3 coconuts for 150 pesos, I think. Nothing, $3. Um, meat, meat's cheap. I mean, if you buy it in the market, it's fairly cheap. Beef is more expensive than pork, and it's all fresh killed animals, like from yesterday or the day before. So it doesn't have that hung taste that you get in the American beef or Australian beef. But if that's what you like and you can't get used to here, I like the meat here. But see, I did a lot of hunting in my past, so the little wilder taste, it doesn't bother me. But we have what's called S&R, which is Costco, basically. It is Costco, just a different name. And you can buy American food, American beef, Australian beef, whatever you want. It's a little pricey, but if that's what you want, pay the price. Enjoy it. You know what I mean? It's not that big of a deal. Hilux, diesel, hi. Hey, yeah, there's a lot of those here. I can tell you're in the Philippines. Um, but as far as cars are cheaper here. You get nice cars. Every car you get in the U.S. and then a lot more are here. I've seen Lambos here. I've seen Ferraris here. I've seen Corvettes here. I've seen high dollar Mustangs. So all that stupid shit's here. I would want it on an island where, and I mean, it would be stupid to have something like that on this island, honestly. But some people want that. They're more money than brains. Credit's really easy here. You don't really need. There's no credit rating here. You have a house. You have credit. It's that simple. It doesn't matter how big your house is or how little your house is. If you own a house, you have credit. The down payment doesn't change because your house is big or because you've bought a lot of motorcycles at the same place. The down payment's posted. That's the down payment. You don't get anywhere trying to. How do you stay away from drinking daily? I bet beer is cheap. Beer is $1 a bottle, give or take. I have a whole bar downstairs, complete full bar. I got 60 different kinds of imported and local alcohol, rum, vodka, gin, like a real bar. Do I drink? Sometimes I'll drink a bottle of margaritas or something. You can buy pre-mixed margaritas. I'll freeze the ice up and make myself a frozen margarita. But I'm not a drinker. I mean, I go out with my buddy sometimes and drink a few beers. He'll drink 10, I drink 2, because I'm not a drinker. Never have been. Never had any kind of dependency on anything in my whole entire life. And I'm 70. So you can see the white hair. Look, I'm really not bald. I really have hair. I just don't like white on my color. But it's let's see, what does it say? It says, what you add to the rice, or do you eat plain rice like the Asians? Both. We get, a lot of times we'll buy meat in the market, and the meat in the market, or not meat, food. We get 4 different dishes for like 200 pesos, which is about $5, $6, something. And it's got chopped, like something like hamburger meat that's got vegetables, and there's some vegetables. My wife splits it up and eats each thing individually. Me, I dump it all on top of the rice. And I mean, I put a topping on it and I eat that. I like it. It tastes good. Most of the food, now my wife's a great cook. I will say Filipino women, they're all great cooks. My wife is one of the best. So is my daughter. They make the best shrimp. And oh yeah, shrimp and seafood here is really cheap. I have a fish pond that's got 10,000 tilapia in it. So anytime we want fish, I just go down to the fishing pole and catch a couple. Hi, Rosemary. It's you have to, if you come here to live, I advise, and I mean, I hear these guys that I listen to the other bloggers here. I don't think any of them agree with what I have to say, but my opinion is come here with a backpack full of your stuff. Some toiletries, you don't need much. Don't bring them. Don't bring toothpaste and toothbrush and shit. Bring some underwear. Bring a couple changes of clothes. Throw them in a backpack. Bring an ATM card because you don't need cash. Maybe bring $100 or $200 cash. That gets you into tricycles. Get you started. Get a hotel. You can get a hotel here for $20. It's decent, not great, not bad. I've stayed in many, many, many $20 and $25 hotels. Come here with a backpack full of stuff that you need. not want, need. A couple changes of clothes, some underwear, some sunglasses, maybe a hat, ball cap, like a white one. Don't buy black. That's stupid. You see these idiots with black ball caps on. Fuck. There's one Finnish guy that drives a truck for 6 months and saves money, then goes back to the Philippines for the other half. Yeah, there's a lot of guys that come here 6 months a year. I have a Norwegian friend that he comes here for 8 months and then goes back for the rest. And he comes back for 8 more months and then he goes back. There's all that goes on here. He's been doing it for 20 years. He's got a girlfriend, live-in / kind of a wife. I don't know. But the hard diehards like me, we just came here and we don't leave. I don't want to leave here. I'm going to die here. I'm 70. I don't know. I was joking around. I'm getting close to 100. Fuck, I'm on the downside of 100 now. God, that's really a trip to me. I'm healthy. Got a few creaks and bone aches, but I don't do any drugs of any kind. I don't go to the doctor. I got to go to a dentist. I got a hole in one of my teeth, but it's cheap. You know, dentists and doctors are not very expensive here. Now, if you go to the hospital, it's a pay as you go. You go in the hospital, you better have money if it's an expensive hospital. There's cheap hospitals, but if you want good hospital, you better have money or fly back to the States, I think. Haven't experienced it, never will. I need to go to the hospital, I'm just going to die. I don't care. That's the way it is. DNA, baby. Break a bone, go to the cheap hospital. Get a cut, go to the cheap hospital. Got cancer, die. It's much, just make it easy, fuck it. But you don't need a lot of stuff. What I'm saying is, and I tell this a lot on my channel, I said just get it when you get off the airplane, get a hotel, find a tricycle driver that seems legit, ask around, and they'll tell you what tricycle to get that's legit, that's not going to try and fuck you at all. Have him tell you want a cheap hotel for $20-25, he'll get you one. Get the hotel, spend the night, relax, get a couple of days rest after the airplane flight, 18 hours coming from the U.S. Believe me, you need a couple days rest. Then wake up fresh, take a shower, relax, go get on a bus, and head for either direction that goes as far as you can go. $25-30. As you tell the conductor on the bus that you want to pay when you get off because you don't know where you're going, he'll say, okay, that's fine. And go. Watch out the window. When you see something you like, it looks cute, it looks pretty, it looks clean, it looks something that you enjoy looking at, get off the bus. Tell me I want to get off. He'll charge you for the time you've been on. Get off the bus. Go wander around. Get a tricycle. Say, hey, I want to go check out the city. Show me some stuff that's here. Show me the tourist things. Take me to the nice beach if there's a beach. Show me some stuff I'd like to see. They will. They know it all. You can rent a tricycle for the whole day in the local area for about, 600 or 700 pesos for the whole day. And that's like $12 or $13. And so rent them for the day. Say, and then if you want to buy him lunch, if you like the guy, he speaks good English. And I advise you, find a tricycle driver that speaks English. There's thousands of them. You don't want somebody that you can't talk to. You want somebody that you can talk with. And there's girl tricycle drivers. Find a girl if you want. They all speak English too. Anyway, have them drive you around to the tourist places or things that they think you might like to see. And believe me, they know. They deal with tourists all the time. They deal with Americans and Canadians. And they'll take you around. They'll say, hey, I want to go get a drink. Where can I get a beer? They'll take you to a beer place. Hey, I want to go sit in a place that's got bar girls. They know a place. Whatever you're into, whatever you want to do. No, and if you're with your other half, and you say you want to go see the bar girl, place with bar girls, you can take her. They don't care. They're not going to be embarrassed. They're not going to embarrass her. There's nobody taking their fucking clothes off. It ain't like that. I mean, there's a few of those places. I've been to 2 or 3 or a few. But really, it's just a bar. And the girls will talk with you, and it's entertaining because they all speak English, and they're all drinking 1% beer. And it's fun. It is. Would I take my wife there? Yeah, if she wanted to go, we would. She don't care. You're going to run into things like there's lots of dogs. I mean, I have lots of dogs. There's one of my dogs. We have 12 or 13. I don't know. Fuck, I think I lost count. You can literally just tour the island on a bus. Seriously. For probably $50 or $60, I probably could go 80% of this island. and just looking at the cities. You don't have to have a destination. That's where people fuck up. They come here and go, I'm going this place. Get on the bus and say, I want to go to the farthest destination. Talk to the bus terminal and say, I want to go, what's the farthest destination you can take me? And they'll tell you this one. Okay, I want to get on that bus. And they'll say, well, how much? You ask them how much. And they'll say, to the end of the line is this much. Say, well, can I just pay as I go? And they'll say, well, talk to the conductor. And the conductor will just tell them when you get on the bus and say, I want to pay. When I get off, I'd like to pay because I don't know where I'm going yet. Okay. They don't care. They're easy. And that's how you deal with it here. It's very simple. I listen to these guys and they got their heads up. Most of the Americans here that you listen to on YouTube, I would say 75% of them have been here 2 or 3 years. Man, in 2 or 3 years, you don't know shit. You don't know anything about this country, and it takes 7 or 8 years to kind of get into the groove. You got to read the Constitution. You got to read some of the laws here. You got to know where you're living. You got to not be in a city that's full of fucking Americans and Canadians and European. Fuck that. Why do you want to move out of your country and come here and move into your country in this country where they've all got bad attitudes and getting in bar fights and a bunch of fucking drunken alcoholic idiots that all they want to talk about is fucking the little girls that walk around. And if that's what your attitude is, you want to come here and do that, get off my channel. I don't even want you watching me because doing that here, the Philippine men look down on you. Let me tell you, you go out with a bar girl who's in her 20s and you're 70, I don't care who you are, I don't care who you think you are, the men here, the Philippine men, look down on you. They look at, man, what an idiot. Look what he's doing. I mean, what kind of a fucking man? They wouldn't do it. They live here. They have access to all the young girls. You will never see a 65 or 70-year-old Filipino man with a 30-year-old girl. Never. Because it's stupid. And they know it's stupid. You come here, you want a girl and you want to find a wife or a girlfriend long term. There's no 20-year-old girl that can keep up with a woman in this country. My wife's 56. She starts her day at 6:30. She cleans up after my dogs. She feeds the dogs. She washes the laundry. She fixes my daughter's clothes, gets my coffee and my breakfast ready, and then wakes me up at 6:30 or 7. Then we take my daughter to work. She comes home and she starts the day. The day means she starts doing all of the laundry, bedding, blah, blah, all that, mopping all the floors, making all the beds, going down the garden, taking care of the garden, taking care of the animals if they need baths. You're not going to get, what does it say? Hold on, I got another thing I got to read. It says, there's a Finnish guy. Oh, yeah, I read that one. Okay, this one. Agree many people only visit the capital cities when traveling. It's boring. It's stupid. I have been to Manila, which is a big city here, in 8 years, 3 times. Once when I got off the airplane, once when I went and got my passport renewed, and one other time that I don't even remember why the fuck we went there. I don't want to go to the big city. I go to Baguio. Baguio's a big city. It's in the mountain. It's cool. Matter of fact, it's pouring down rain up there, I think, right now. Wintertime comes, that's the cold place in this area. It's up in the mountains. You want to go and live in the cold? A lot of Americans move there because it's cold. They don't want the heat, so you move up there. It's pricier. I like the heat. I live in a rice field. It's great. I love it here. I'm going to flip this around and show you the view I've got. I'm sitting on my deck. There's my koi tanks. You can see the green out there is part of my garden, my wife's garden, and part of the tennis court. But you can see how green my yard is. All the way around. You can see that's a jacuzzi. We got the pool table behind me. That's was a bar. Now it's kind of an apartment with a bridge that goes over to it. This is where I live. I could never afford this in the U.S., so I make good money doing what I do. I own a company in the United States with offices in 3 states, and I'm getting ready to open up another or 2 more states. And so we make a decent living. I'm not rich. That would be ridiculous to say. But my bills are high. I need a lot of income, and so consequently, I have to make money. Simple. There's a lot of expats. I hate that term. A lot of guys that come from other countries here, and they live on their Social Security. And I hear everything from you need $3,000 a month to you can live here on $1,000 a month. You may not be able to go out and party all the time and do all that, but You absolutely 100% can live here on 1,000 a month, especially in the provinces. Where I live, you can rent a house for $150 a month, 200. You can buy a house here for 20,000. It's just a case of what you want. Hey guys, sub the channel, thumbs up, leave a comment. I'm liking reading them. Tell me where you live when you write a comment for me so I know. Also, I have the Buy Me a Coffee app attached. I don't know how it works yet. I don't even know if it works. Somebody buy me a coffee for $1, will ya? Just spend $1. Let me know. So we put the Buy Me a Coffee out. I'm gonna tell you why. I have a bunch of dogs, and you guys get to see my dogs periodically. There's one over there. That's Walter. He's a dachshund. He's 4 months old. So if you buy me a coffee, you can tell me what you like me to get for my puppies. And we got Huskies and Belgians and Jack Russell Terrier and street dogs and Chihuahuas, all kinds of shit. Tell me which dog, or say you want to see the dogs. Tell me what you like. I will get them whatever you tell me. If it's affordable on the money you send me, $5. So you want me to buy them a toy? We'll go buy a toy and we'll show it back on the day we buy it. We'll post it up on the stream. It's just for fun. I don't need the money. Like I said, I'm not begging. I couldn't give a fuck, but my wife said it might be kind of fun to see what happens. So we're going to see what happens. I do this. I usually post once or twice a day. This is the first time I posted all day. It's just been busy. We filled up the swimming pool. And we had a problem with the pump. We broke the starter cable. So I had to go find a new one. It took half a day. Got it back. Couldn't get the damn pump to run right. Had a problem. Pulled the gas tank, the fuel tank off it. Had to clean it out. Found I had a broken fuel line. Drained all the fucking diesel fuel on the ground. That sucked. Because one of my favorite trees fell down. So when I shoot the dove out of it, kind of sucks. I went from 4 trees to 1 tree. So, but I did shoot a dove today, so we're still in business. Yeah, you can own air guns and guns here, really, real guns, pistols, rifles. You just have to register them, and there's no big register. It's who you are, what you have, where you live. See you later. That's it. It's not like, they're gonna fucking check. And I heard the gun laws in the U.S. just changed. If you guys are aware of this, no more gun registrations. Any U.S. citizen with no felony can buy a gun. Any U.S. citizen, no felonies, can conceal and carry that gun without doing the paperwork needed, because they're saying that the paperwork, according to the First Amendment, Second Amendment, Fourth Amendment, whichever amendment, says that we have the right to bear arms. It doesn't say we have the right to bear arms if the government agrees, because it's in the Constitution. You want to own a gun, go fucking buy a gun. That's the new law. You don't need to do the registration bullshit to own a gun, which is good and bad. It's bad for the criminals, but if they have felonies, it's good for everybody else. You walk into my house, I'm in the U.S., you break into my house, I'm going to fucking shoot you anyway. Registration, no registration, I don't give a fuck. Come in my house, see what happens. Same here. Come into my house here, I don't want you here. If my dogs don't kill you, I will. That's very simple stuff. Simple. Okay, back to the ridiculous. So, being in the Philippines, there's something you got to understand. Don't talk bad about your fucking neighbors. They're right there. Don't talk bad about them. They got 9 kids in the next 2 houses over. So you talk bad about your neighbors. One of them kids is watching your videos. Not a good thing. They know what you're saying. Same with the government. You want to talk bad about your government? What are you, fucking stupid? I read somewhere that the Philippine government watches all the American channels, all of the bloggers' channels. And I'll tell you, it only makes sense. It only makes sense. They want to know if there's some troublemakers here. There are troublemakers everywhere. Just because they're coming from another country doesn't mean they come here and they're nice guys. It means they're troublemakers. They stay troublemakers. I met this Australian guy about a year ago. Introduces me to his wife. He says, he introduced me to his wife's little sister, who was 16. This guy was like 40. Truck driver from Australia. I hope you're listening, you dirtbag. Come to find out that was his wife. He married her, 16 years old. He's in his 40s. I looked at his history on YouTube.
He went from being a Christian to being a Catholic to being a whole bunch of shit to being a Muslim. Why did he become Muslim? Because he wanted to marry a little kid. And he wanted to take her back to Australia. Problem is, I'm not sure it's legal in Australia. But I think he's taking the kids back to Australia because I think he's a fucking child trafficker. I don't know. I don't know. But that was my immediate opinion of what I thought. It's hard to say, guys. People are fucking weird, man. I'll tell you. They are. Agree, many people only visit the capital cities when traveling. It's boring. It is boring. Fuck, who wants to go to the capitals? It sucks. All right, guys. I've been on for 26 minutes. Sub my channel. Give me a thumbs up. Buy me a coffee so I can see it works. Come on. One of you guys got $1. Spend $1, buy me a coffee. I want to know that it works. It's only $1. Fuck. Do a quarter. I don't care. Let's just see if the damn thing works. I want to know. Anyway, and then let me know you did it. I don't know if it shows me you do it. I have no idea. I don't even know how it works yet. So, anyway, buy me a coffee. Figure it out. It's there somewhere. I'm going to go. Have a good day. I hope you enjoyed the video. Come back for more. Don't come back for more. Do come back for more. I don't know. What am I supposed to say here? Anyway, like I said, sub the channel, boys. Adios. Missed the button. There we go. Bye.